Israel-Iran war news today. Netanyahu says Israel will defend itself despite pressure. Netanyahu dismisses international pressure on Gaza at Holocaust ceremony. In a heated speech on Holocaust Memorial Day, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu dismissed international demands to end the Gaza war. If forced to stand alone, Israel will stand alone, Netanyahu declared. On a day when politics is avoided, the remark was directed at the growing number of foreign leaders who have criticized Israel's offensive. Leaders want Israel and Hamas in Gaza to stop fighting. I tell to the leaders of the world, no amount of pressure, no decision by any international body will stop Israel from protecting itself, Netanyahu added. Never again is now. Yom HaShoah, Israel's solemn Holocaust Memorial Day, is one of the most solemn days. Netanyahu also likened recent American campus protests to German universities in the 1930s, which led to the Holocaust. Hamas ends truce negotiations without progress. Sources told The National that Hamas negotiators left Cairo on Sunday without a ceasefire agreement with Egypt. The sources stated Israel's reluctance to halt the war was the primary obstacle to the deal. Hamas stated that the movement's team had presented their response to the mediator brothers in Egypt and Qatar, where they held in-depth and serious deliberations. The movement affirms its positive and responsible approach, keenness and determination to reach an agreement that meets the national demands of our people, ends the aggression completely, achieves withdrawal from the entire Gaza Strip, returns the displaced, intensifies aid, begins reconstruction, and completes the prisoner exchange deal. Recent U.S. university protests have ended after administrators agreed to several pro-Palestinian student requests, including that colleges reconsider their interests in Israel or arms producers profiting from the Gaza war. The deals at Brown, Northwestern, and Rutgers came amid chaos at other universities, where the AP reports 2,400 arrests across 46 schools since April 17. The largest student protest movement since the Vietnam War has highlighted institutions' multi-billion-dollar endowments and investment strategies. OIC condemns Gaza genocide and calls for Israel sanctions. On Sunday, the Organization of Islamic Cooperation condemned a genocide in Gaza and urged its 57 members to censure Israel in a Gambia summit declaration. The OIC called for sanctions on Israel, the occupying power, and halting the sale of arms and ammunition used by its army to perpetrate the crime of genocide in Gaza. The Sunday resolution called members to use diplomatic, political, and legal pressure and to adopt whatever deterrent measures to cease the crimes of the Israeli colonial occupation and the genocidal war it is waging against the Palestinian people, including by imposing sanctions. It demanded an immediate, permanent and unconditional ceasefire. After the 1969 fire of Al-Aqsa Mosque in East Jerusalem, the OIC promotes Muslim solidarity, Palestinian rights, and Muslim sacred places. The 15th OIC summit, which began on Saturday, centered on Cairo, where a peace meeting to rescue Gaza hostages failed to make headway this weekend. In Markaba, Tabi, Kafr Kila, and Odessa, southern Lebanon, the Israeli army struck Hezbollah facilities. Hezbollah fired around 60 missiles toward northern Israel today in response for the killing of 4 people in Maisel Jabal, South Lebanon, this morning. Israeli forces targeted another Hezbollah position in Maisel Jabal. According to Lebanon's national news agency, the Maisel Jabal strike killed 4 persons from a single family. It recognized a man, a wife, and their 12 and 21-year-old children as well as 2 wounded people. Lebanon media stated that the attack occurred in the village's grocery shop with 4 victims. A statement from Maisel Jabal criticized the Israeli attack. We denounce and reject this slaughter before local, international, and Arab public opinion, and assure them that this cruel enemy is targeting civilians because it has failed to achieve its war goals, the municipality declared.